Ranking the best quarterbacks in Madden 25. And boys, we are back here with another tier list update. Today we're going to be taking a look at the quarterback position. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILLA at checkout for 5% off your order. Now, before we do go ahead and get into the new cards right here, got to take a look at the old list where, again, this is post-zero chill. So much stuff has changed. I do want to start off this video by saying I think this may be the most amount of potential S-tier quarterback we have had in a video, and we're gonna get it started with keeping RG3 and Josh Allen in the S tier. I still think these guys are top end. You can argue they are the best quarterbacks in the game. I like the master tack, the gunslinger, and gift wrap combo on these guys. And now let's change our focus to the A tier, where I'm gonna bump up Michael Vick, of course. Vick, again, same exact ability stack as these guys. I think again, we're going to have so many S tier quarterbacks because I feel like, again, there are just so many top end usable ones. Now this one might be a hot take, but I am bumping Baker Mayfield into the S tier as well. I think if you guys are at all a pocket passer, which Baker Mayfield doesn't have the worst mobility in the world, he has the best release in the game. He gets the master tack. Yes, I think he is better than this Bo Nix card. I do. This is, in my opinion, the most maybe underrated quarterback in the game. I still think he is a top end potential best option in the game. I can totally understand why you would use Baker Mayfield. Now we're going to change our focus to the A tier now, where I'm going to drop some people down. I think Peyton Manning, the 80 speed is just tough, man, and he still gets a good ability stack, but in my opinion, I'm gonna put him more along as like a B tier quarterback. And also I want to add a different tier because Patrick Mahomes, okay, from a stat standpoint, core rating standpoint, ability standpoint, he should be up here with these guys. I'm gonna add a tier that's below F tier, and this is gonna be maybe a weird tier for some people, but your hot route animations make me not want to use you ever. There are quarterbacks, like basically every single current day quarterback in this game has bad hot route animations, but Mahomes's are like next level bad. And even if this card gets a 99 overall Super Bowl MVP card, I don't see me using him for more than a gameplay video. And at the same time as well, I hope they fix it. This should not be like my thoughts on Mahomes, but if you guys have used his card with the hot routes, even with conductor, I know there's some workarounds like blocking a running back first. I know there's some workarounds, but like I just don't really want to do this. And this like literally makes me just never want to use Mahomes in this game. And he actually does have a good release in this game. He has good core ratings. It's just, again, I just do not like his hot route animation. Other than that, in A tier, I like our A tier right now. I'm okay with bumping up CJ Stroud into the A tier as well. And Derrick Henry, I'm like borderline A or B. He just has such a bad release with the over the top one, so I'm gonna keep him in B. Change our focus to the B tier now, of course. Jonathan Ogden is gonna be someone that I think is now more along as like an F tier quarterback. Really, his value was the 2-0 AP abilities. Now, talking about the C tier right here, we have some people that went up a lot. And the first one's going to be Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, the one weakness I feel like on this card, his hot routes aren't the best. It's not as bad as Mahomes though. This card also doesn't get Master Tack. I think Master Tactician for 4 AP is just, you are stealing at that point. Getting Hot Route Master, Conductor, and QB Playmaker, like if you guys watch any of the MCS, man, that QB Playmaker was going crazy for people. And I think Lamar is either A tier or S tier. He's either, in my opinion, probably the best card in A, or he's deserving of S. And I could see it going either which way, man. Probably lean him in the S tier. I think his mobility is so top end as well. He's like, again, like bottom end for me, but he is there. Joe Burrow gets one of the best ability stacks in the game, and for that reason, I mean, he just isn't really mobile. He has great ability stack, not really too mobile. I think it's B or A for Joe Burrow. Also doesn't have great hot route animations, does get the master tack. I'm gonna lean Joe Burrow slightly in the A tier. Trevor Lawrence, another 2 AP gunslinger quarterback. I think he is worse than Lamar, but he's another guy that I think now is on this A tier level. Randall Cunningham, I'm gonna bump him up a tier with that discounted conductor. Doesn't get discount slinger, gets Howard Master, so you run conductor, Howard Master, gift wrapped, and gunslinger. I think I definitely said one of those abilities twice, but yeah, Randall Cunningham's gonna be right here for me. Vince Young, I'm gonna bump up with the 2 AP slinger as well, kind of similar thoughts to him. Randall, Eli, I'll bump up. Donovan McNabb will bump up, Justin Fields, and Caleb Williams. So like the C tier right now is looking pretty like weak, to say the least, right? But I like the discount slinger guys. I think they're at least on the B tier level now. Yeah, we can bump up Carson Palmer, Boomer Esiason, and Mark Sanchez as well. Some discount abilities with that group. And Kyler Murray's another card I want to bump up too. I could low-key see this card being in the A tier, and I don't hate it. Another potential master tack, gunslinger, gift wrap combo quarterback, and I do like his release as well. Debatably in the A tier. I can see it. So yeah, the tier list looks pretty weird right now. Yeah, this is what my thoughts on quarterback is before we get into the new cards. Now, the first one we're going to cover today is upgradable Drew Brees from the Field Pass, and this card starts off at the 88, and we're going to rank him based on his 96 right now. This card right here has 77 speed, 81 acceleration, so not really the mobility we're looking for. 94 throw power, hits all the accuracy thresholds, and also over the top 5 is a release. I believe, if I'm correct, this is the Mac Jones release, so we can go ahead and check that real quick, and yes, it is, which I don't really like it. They gave Dan Marino like the same release too. I don't really understand it, but this time right here for discounted abilities on the card, Inside Deadeye for 1. I feel like this card really doesn't serve a purpose, but he can get the Master Attack, he can get Gunslinger, he can get Gift Wrap, so I think he's right by like Peyton Manning for me. And yeah, he's going to be another addition to this B tier. Like, he gets a great ability stack. I just think you're really missing out on the mobility potentially. I could honestly see myself dropping down Peyton Manning and Drew Brees in the C tier just because, again, they just lack the mobility so much, man. And would I rather use like all these cards? Yeah, I think I'm going to go like this, actually. Just not getting the mobility on quarterback at this point in the game, you're hurting yourself, man, and I don't really think it's for a great reason. After that, we get 91 overall Joe Milton, and this card has 85 speed, 87 acceleration with 93 throw power, doesn't hit the deep accuracy threshold, and also I'm just disappointed with this card because I feel like he should have got a champion, and of course doesn't get any discount abilities. If you are curious what ability combo, it's like Gunslinger, Gift Wraps. At this point, Joe Milton gonna be in the F tier. Now for the rest of the video, we're covering 94 pluses. The first one we got right here is Marcus Mariota, and man, I really like this card. He's 94 speed, 95 acceleration, 94 throw power, hits all the accuracy thresholds, and also, of course, over the top 2. This is like Gen 2, pretty mid release in the game. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just mid, right? Abilities on the card. So his trust just like doesn't work, and I don't know if I'm crazy, but I used this card when he first came out, and I knew the entire time like the ability lineup screen, it wouldn't pop up, but I thought it would pop up when you like showed your offensive abilities in game. I swear I saw it before, and maybe I'm losing it, but now it just doesn't show up. So like you can't even run Truz on this card, and I feel like that's a big downside because that's one of the like more fun abilities you could use. I would say if his Truz worked, I would put him in the S tier right now, but you can run Gunslinger, you can run Howard Master, you can run the Gift Wrapped on him as well. With the Gunslinger combo, I think he's worse Lamar Jackson because of the fact that Lamar has a way better release than this card, and for that reason, Marcus Mariota for me is going to be my favorite option in the A tier. I just like I said, if his Truz worked, he would be in the S tier for me. I feel like that ability is just a different style than all these guys. Like, you could really take advantage of rolling out, stepping up, and you have to worry about getting stripped, but you don't have to worry about hit sticks. You don't have to worry about tackles. I hope they fix it because if they do, he will be my quarterback, and he will be an S tier quarterback again for me. After that, we get 94 overall Bryce Young, and this card is 5'10", 204, 89 speed, 92 acceleration with 93 throw power. It's all the accuracy thresholds. Again, 3/4 2 as a release this time. I didn't think it was bad when I used this card. Bryce Young this time abilities gets Conductor for 1 AP. This is like right by Randall Cunningham for me. I mean, it's Conductor, Howard Master, and Gunslinger 8 AP. Crap for 9. I don't think Bryce Young's bad. I just think, again, he's kind of right by Randall Cunningham for me. Gonna be another B tier quarterback. After that, we get Jeff Garcia right here, 94 overall legend. This card is 6'1", 205, 88 speed, 86 acceleration with 94 throw power, hits all accuracy. Gonna keep saying that, sound like a broken record, but over the top 7, I didn't love this release. I think this is, I would lean more this is bad than like even mid. Like I would probably say over the top 2 is better than this release. And also at the same time, Jeff Garcia though gets one of the best ability stacks in the game, where it's Gunslinger for 2 AP, Master Attack for 4, and then Gift Wrap for 7 AP right there. And I think he's a tier better than Joe Burrow for sure. And for that reason, he's definitely in the S tier. I would say this is where it gets tough because Jeff Garcia, if you really want abilities everywhere on your field, being able to get 1 AP short and at least on some receiver, maybe your tight end, I like that a lot. But I would say objectively with how they play, I think Josh Allen, RG3, Vic, Baker, Lamar, but I think these 4 cards I like more than these 2, and that's even with them having worse abilities. I just feel like they can just do so much, whether it's with their mobility like RG3 and Vic, or Josh Allen's release, Baker Mayfield's release. After that, we get Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson is 5'11", 215, 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 93 throw power, 90s across the board for accuracy, of course, 3/4 2. Again, I don't think this release is that bad. This card doesn't have great how route animations, but it's not as bad as Mahomes, and another card will cover. Gets to Gunslinger for 3 AP, so you're probably going to run Gunslinger, Howard Master for 6, and and then gift wrap for 7, maybe a conductor for 9 of your AP, which is just kind of like a mid ability stack. He does offer you some mobility, and I think he's kind of better, like a tier better than like Carson Palmer in them because of that. I think he's by like this group of like Donovan McNabb, Justin Fields, Caleb Williams. I think he's a B tier quarterback. After that, we get Case Keenum, and Case Keenum is 90 speed, 89 acceleration, 94 throw power, 90s across the board for accuracy, and this time over the top 2, so mid release right there. And Case Keenum for abilities, he doesn't get really any great discounts. Like, I mean, roaming Deadeye for 1 isn't the worst, but you're probably just going to run Howard Master, Gunslinger, and gift wrap for 7, maybe a roaming Deadeye for 8. I think it's a pretty just like meh stack, and I think there's kind of just a meh quarterback too. For me, Case Keenum's going to be in this C tier. He offers you a little bit of mobility, but like I would just rather run everyone in B over him. Let's get Derek Carr right here, and Derek Carr is 6'3", 215, 85 speed, 87 acceleration, 95 throw power, getting hits all accuracy, over the top 2, so again mid release. Now Derek Carr this time, abilities on this card, he gets Gunslinger for 1, and one thing that's cool about this card is you don't need the roster revolution token for him to get Gunslinger for 1, so we like that. Also on top of that, Gunslinger for 1. If this card got Master Attack, I think he is potentially an S tier quarterback, but he also doesn't get Conductor either. And this card doesn't have the best hot routes in the game. Like it's a pretty slow first hot route animation, but after that, I think you're fine. Like again, it's not as bad as Mahomes or another card we're gonna cover here soon. Gunslinger for 1, I would probably go Gunslinger 1, Howard Master, and gift wrap in total 5 of your 9 AP. It's a really good stack. It is. I just don't think he's S tier. I would say he's more along the lines like an A tier quarterback, kind of by like Joe Burrow for me. And again, you can debate placement in this tier. Maybe you want the best card in A. I don't hate that take. It's like Burrow, Lawrence, like these guys are better from an ability standpoint than these 3. I would say like Bo Nix, Drake May probably, like you can say they play a little bit better when we just take out abilities. And right after that, we get 95 overall Drew Lock, and this card is 6'5", 228, 84 speed, 89 acceleration with 95 throw power. Getting hits all accuracy thresholds over the top 2, so again mid release. And Drew Lock this time for abilities gets Gunslinger for 2 AP, Howard Master, and you can go like the Conductor gift wrap combo that we talked about. This is another card that I think is just kind of on this A tier level, and again you can debate placement kind of by like T-Law, don't hate it. After that, we get Matt Stafford, and Matt Stafford has 81 speed, 69 acceleration, so not really great mobility, 96 throw power, great accuracies, actually has one of the best releases in the game with 3/4 4. I think Baker Mayfield is number 1. This is definitely a close second. Also the JJ McCarthy release right here, really good. Now Matt Stafford at the same time as well gets probably the best ability stack you can get in the game right now. Gunslinger for 2, Master Attack, gift wrapped, right? That's awesome. However, this is a card, I tried to use this card, I can't use this card. His how route animations are probably the worst in the game, even somehow worse than Mahomes. These 2 cards right here, again, you can say they should rank higher. I cannot use them because they're hot route animations. It is some of the slowest and most like, oh dude. Big part of this game is being able to snap the ball fast. These 2 cards right here can't do it unless you're running stock plays. So that is a big downside. Even though again, Matt Stafford, best ability stack, sure. Pat Mahomes, great core ratings, not a bad release. As Matt Stafford, one of the best releases. I don't care. I don't think I will use another Matt Stafford or Patrick Mahomes minus for a gameplay video ever again this year. Unless they fix their Howard animations, that is it. And again, Matt Stafford for me would be an A tier quarterback. Pat Mahomes will probably be another like S tier quarterback if you don't care about the Howard animations. But me, I care about him, and I think you guys should too. After that, we get Johnny Unitas, and Johnny Unitas is 6'1", 194, 87 speed, 84 acceleration, 95 throw power, 90s across the board for accuracy. Does have over the top 1, which this is like the TiVo release, and I use this card. It wasn't the end of the world, but it's not ideal. It isn't ideal. This is one of the worst releases. And of course, Johnny Unitas this time, abilities, it's Gunslinger for 2, it's Master Attack, it's gift wrap. So gets one of the best ability stacks in the game. I think Johnny Unitas is either A or S tier, and oh man, it's tough. He gets probably the best ability stack. I think he has to be right by Jeff Garcia. So if you have Jeff Garcia S, I think he should be right by him, because I think the strong point of these cards is not their release. It is not. It is their abilities. That is why you run Johnny Unitas. That is why you run Jeff Garcia. And again, I think both of their releases are objectively bad. So I'm going to keep both of them in the S tier right by each other. After that, we get 95 Aaron Rodgers. Is this card worth this price? No, but I mean, he's 81 speed, 78 acceleration, 94 throw power, 90s across the board for accuracy. Does have 3/4 3, which really good short to intermediate release. And of course, Aaron Rodgers this time for abilities gets Gunslinger for 2, Master Attack, and of course, we'll get the gift wrap. So this is going to be a card that he he should be right by Matt Stafford for me, but he's going to be someone that is in the A tier. And again, I think in debate placement, I think him by like Joe Burrow, Drew Lock, definitely in this A tier. And we got our final quarterback of the day right here. We got 95 overall Steve Young in this card, 93 speed, 90 acceleration, 96 throw power, good carrying, also does have over the top 5. Again, that Mac Jones release. Also, this card from an ability standpoint, he starts on with X Factors, like right here on MUT.GG, it's not loaded yet, but starts on X Factors, can run Omaha or Truz. And I feel like the Omaha, you could say this card may be deserving of the only card in S tier because of that. Truz for 2 AP as a base ability, Hot Rod Master for 1, Seffi Lead for 3, but I don't think you need to run all those abilities. I think Truz is cool, but I would run Master Attack for 4, Gunslinger for 2, Gift Wrap for 1. Now, what I'll say about Steve Young is, I just think he joins this S tier, and I think he can debate placement. I don't hate to take that you think Vic, RG3, and Josh Allen are better than him. Like, the lefty definitely hurts his mobility for sure. I think he joins this S tier, and I really don't know where to place him. Like, you could say he's the best quarterback in the game. I'm walking with you, but I do think the lefty hurts his mobility, of course. But yeah, boys, this has been my updated thoughts on the quarterback position in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who do you guys think should go up? Who do you think should come down? Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, though, you enjoy content like this, I want to stay updated with everything that I think is the best here in Madden 25. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, if you guys do want to go to me, use these quarterbacks live on stream. Have been streaming on both YouTube and Twitch to watch on the YouTube. Make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description. Hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.